and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for this one. So today is a video on my current stash. So this is what I currently have in my stash as of now. Any future ones, you will see the unboxings in the future. But what I've pulled out first, these sit on a Kallax shelf by my desk. These are classed as some of my large paintings. But yeah, I have the diamonds more often than not stored separately. I have far too many, a huge amount of boxes next to me on the floor with large paintings, and then I have some paintings that are hung up that tend to be my smaller 30 by 40 paintings. So I thought we'll start with this shelf because then I can pop these back. I'll then do the rest of my large paintings, which are my box ones, which I might do by company, because they tend to be each company's paintings. I have 4 companies' paintings here. I do actually have some to the left of me, which are also company's paintings, large ones. However, the unboxing video for them has not been shown on either of my channels yet. So I'm doing a stash update as of the day this video goes live, so you can see where I'm at, and then if you follow both of my channels you will see any that I add. I will be updating, I think there's one in here, one in the ones I'm going to show you today that isn't yet in my logbook, so I decided to show the actual canvases. And if I'd actually moved this video to a couple of days later, I think I would have been adding a few more. But anyway, let's start with this box one, because it's the only one I've got on the shelf in its box. This has actually been in my stash for a while, this one. It's not been chosen by the decision wheel, but this one is from Treasure Studios Art, and it is a kookaburra. So it is their kookaburra. They do the licensed artwork. It's poured glue. It has a nice thick cover, but I have unboxings for all of these paintings on my channel. So either search for the company name or potentially the name of the painting, and you should be able to see them if you want to see everything. But while this is going to be a long video, and I am going to show you each canvas, and possibly reminisce over each canvas, I don't want to be taking too long because I have a lot to get through. So kookaburra is one, say that is quite an older one, so a few of you may have not seen like a current unboxing for that. I also have a very older, not very old because the company's not very old, but an older Diamond Art Studio. This did come in the box, but at the time I was storing them separate. So I think I got this near when they were pretty new as a company. So this is their Daisy painting in a square. I bought 2 paintings at the same time. I completed the mini one in the round, and then I have this one as the square, but it's actually not been chosen by my decision wheel yet, which is a little bit different, but it has stayed really well being rolled up, and I have the diamonds for this one stored separately. What I use for keeping my canvases together are these little mini binder clips that we actually sell in our shop on the website, and I use those to keep them rolled up when I need to. And then my diamonds are in a tub. Oh, come on, focus camera, catch with it, get with it. Excuse me. The next one, this one is actually down as being from DIY Choose. Though this is a painting that I actually ended up ordering from 2 different companies. I must have liked it that much. I didn't realise I'd done unboxing on it twice. So this one I kept hold of. This is Unordered Lines. I just thought it was awesome. It's 110 by 50 and it is a round painting. But you will find this under a DIY choose unboxing, and this one is still in my stash. I always wonder when it's going to pick one of these ones that I have sort of rolled up and down the bottom, rather than one of the ones out of a box, because it often, I mean, I have more in boxes, so maybe that's why it keeps picking those. So I have that one. Then this one is, this is where I go back and sort of see them again. Oh, this one is Fox in the Leaves. This one is from Everyday E-Crafts. It's a 40 by 50, this one. So it's not as big as some of my others, but I do class it as a large because it is bigger than 30 by 40. So I have Fox in Leaves. And all of these are in my decision wheel. I use the app called Tiny Decisions on my phone. And I have a decision wheel for large paintings. And I have a decision wheel for my smaller paintings, which I'll show you at the end. And quite often, there is my next one I'm going to do, I'm choosing. Because it's a company that I've unboxed a few for and I want to actually work on one. The decision wheel hasn't chosen one yet, so I'm choosing one. But yeah, other than that, I normally use the decision wheel. So then we have a painting that I got from Craft Ease. It is a round painting, though it does have some ABs in it as well. And this one is Manhattan Bridge. Gorgeous, beautiful painting. So yeah, I've marked that one as being round, but also having special drills because it has 3 ABs in it. And that size is a 40 by 50 as well. So that could be classed as me doing a large painting a little bit quicker than normal if my decision wheel picks one of those. If it ever picks one of those, I might complete it quicker. Then we have a 40 by 52. And this one is from Star Raw. It's got a nice soft back canvas. And this one is their Baby Fawn. And these are all poured glue, so they're perfectly fine being rolled up. Gorgeous confetti on this one. This one is also a round. It doesn't have any grid lines or little circles, so you can really see the image before it gets done. But yeah, gorgeous Baby Fawn in round. I have 3 more. Let me move them a little bit into focus, help the camera to focus on something when I pop these away. I did wonder whether to just go through my logbook to showcase my latest. However, there is at least one of them that's not yet in my logbook because I'm filming this before I go away to Australia. And I haven't updated my logbook yet. I'm going to have to do a mammoth one at the end of January. Yeah, and I thought this is a little bit more interesting. We actually get to see the physical canvas. This one is from Easy Craft Art. It is an 80 by 40 blossom tree in round. And I'm still not decided yet, but I may try and push this one forward and then have it as a piece of artwork above our bed in our bedroom. So I've kept hold of that one with the possibility that it may get sneaked in early because it's going to have a home that it definitely needs to go to. Oh, I had a feeling I'd do that. I pushed in the canvas where it stuck out and I ended up knocking off the other end because I hadn't got hold of anything. So that one, I have so many. Then we have a 30 by 80. This is from F. Goby. So this one was gifted from F. Goby. This is one that I was actually thinking might look nice either way. Potentially above like a doorway somewhere. I just thought it was beautiful. And it may be one that I decide goes somewhere when it's completed. So we have the blue and white flowers for that one. And then the last little lot that I have stored in this way, so just the canvas, apart from the first one I showed, that did have the diamonds with it. But it's a smaller box, so it fits on my shelf. I'm not sure if I can get any others. I might see if I can get some of my others to squeeze on there soon. Though I don't have many that are that small, to be honest. But the last one I have stored on there at the moment, this one is from Fancells. And this one I've just called Trees, and it is a round painting. But again, it was just one that I thought was really, really nice. Possibly will fit somewhere in the hallway. One of those long, thinner walls where you can get away with having a longer painting but not a wider painting. So again, this one's in my stash that potentially may have a room in my house. It may not. You can see there are some crinkles. That is just the cover paper. Once the cover sheet, the clear cover sheet comes up, they will flatten down because it is poured glue. So poured glue is a lot more forgiving. This one has been in my stash as well for quite a while. So we shall see when the decision wheel chooses that one. So that's all my paintings that I have loose. Then I do have lots in boxes. So we'll start with one that I've unboxed. This has been very, very recently. So this is a new to me company. This is Auraloa. I have a couple of unboxings from these coming up in future videos, but so far this is the only one that has been unboxed already, and this one is Raining in Paris. So that's the image. It is a size that it doesn't say on the actual canvas. It does, I'm lying. It's a 60 by 80. This one, so I have quite a lengthy video on this one showing where all the AB diamonds etc. go. It does have the stickers in the painting. I have taken the likes of the toolkits out. I don't tend to use the toolkits that come with paintings, so I do remove them when I pop them away, so that I just keep the stickers, the diamonds and the canvas, which is what I need. So that one still needs to go into my logbook, but I think the rest are now in my logbook. So I have a few different companies. So let's start with probably the one I have the most of. Let me just count my Diamond Art Club and check. Yes, so the company I have the most paintings for in my stash at the moment are Diamond Art Studio. They are a UK company and I absolutely adore the paintings. I have quite a few. So this first one is a Splatterworks. So this one is Cyril the Squirrel from Splatterworks. I have a few of the Splatterworks and I'll probably open them all first. I have pinched the image. I've popped it in my logbook, so I pinched the image off the sticker sheet, and this is a square. In fact, I think all of the ones I have off them at the moment in my stash are square, though many of them come in square and round, so you do have options. So that is Splatterworks number one. Let's go for another Splatterworks. just to try and keep the stash consistent. Look at that white. I really love doing it, even if it's got a lot of white. So this next one is who I like to call Jeffrey the Giraffe. I don't think he's called Jeffrey, but he reminds me of the Toys R Us giraffe that's called Jeffrey. So this one is a 50 by 60. Again, I have this one in square. So he is part of my Splatterworks family, of which so far, I think I've only done Mr. Quackers so far, because I didn't let the Decision Wheel pick him. I sneaked him in and chose to do him anyway. So one of my other older Splatterworks that I have, the camera takes a minute to focus after I move, is Mr. Pug. I have Mr. Pug in my stash. He is a 50 by 50, ready to give you kisses. And he is also a square. So he's in there. So that's 3 Splatterworks in my stash so far. Never say never to more. That's all I'm saying. And then I have my other Splatterworks is Mr. Sloth. Focus camera, please. Get with it. I'm here. Takes a minute, doesn't it? It's Mr. Sloth. Is just hanging around, I think this one's called. Mr. Sloth is a 50 by 70. Quite a bit of white on this one, but I will happily, look at the crispness of the white though, I will quite happily dot away in white on this one. And by the time I think the boredom would kick in for me, I will get to some of the design. And to be honest, I would probably put him the other way and do him sideways and actually do all of this white first. I will have a whale of a time doing all that white. So they are my 4 Splatterworks paintings from Diamond Art Studio, currently in my stash. Yes, there is more to come. I also have another 4 that are different. So I currently have another 4 in my stash that I say are different artists and not the Splatterworks. So this is the biggest one. This is an extremely, extremely popular image, and you will see why. It is a huge 60 by 90, so I'm doing it sideways. But this one, I'm pretty sure this one's called Night Messenger. So we've got the trees at the top. Look at that, going all the way down. Gorgeous amount of purples and blues on this one. So that is Night Messenger, if I've got the name right. I hope to goodness I have, because I can be very forgetful. And I give them my own names, which doesn't help matters. It really doesn't. So that one's in my stash. I'm just going to have to move some other boxes. I'm trying to be a little bit organised in how I move things around. And then a few more of these now. I've got another 3 from Diamond Art Studio that's in my current stash. These ones, a few of these have been opened more recently. So I call this one Alien. I have also taken out the picture. It's not called Alien, I call it Alien. This is one of the ones that also has some ABs in it. Try and get the light off it. Confetti Heaven. See, imagine doing a Splatterworks and then doing one of these. You'll be wanting to go back to a Splatterworks. And I love the fact that I have paintings that are confetti, that aren't confetti, or aren't hugely confetti, i.e. there's big blocks. And then I have paintings that are more a mixture of the two. Poor hubby helped me bring all these in from in the top of the wardrobe because putting them on the top of the bookcase in my craft room got a bit too much for them all, which is why I do need to get a wriggle on. The next one is Pink Blossom Tree, another gorgeous one. This one is a 50 by 50, same artist that did Night Messenger. Absolutely stunning and different pieces of art. Does have some AB. I do have the stickers for that one as well. I've just cut out the image for my logbook. And then last but by no means least, the last Diamond Art Studio in my stash is Elise. I actually remember the name for this one. This one is Elise. Absolutely gorgeous. Was it Antonia, the artist, that did this one? But I don't normally do faces very often. It's rare. I don't gravitate towards faces or those with people in. There are a few I do have, so don't get me wrong, you will see some in my stash, but it's not what I gravitate towards. But she was just absolutely stunning. And again, that's in a square. So all my Diamond Art Studio currently are in square because they offer both. So that's the Diamond Art Studio stash, which considering it's 8, and if you add my Daisy one, that's 9. That's not including my other Advent painting, which is a collaboration. Oh yeah, I don't want to tell you how many are coming over the next year because I'm spreading them out, but there's quite a few. So that is my Diamond Art Studio stash. I also have quite a few from Carrot Art. So I'm going to pull those up. And one of these is getting kitted up this week. The decision wheel hasn't chosen one of these paintings yet. And I am itching to give these a go. So do feel free to bob your guesstimates of which one is coming next in the comments below. I am just scooting my Diamond Art Club boxes over, which is a very close, well, it's the second most that I have. This one is slowly behind. So I have 8, yeah, oh no, yeah, 8 boxes of Diamond Art Studio, 6 boxes of Diamond Art Club, 5 boxes of Carrot Art. And I think last year in 2022 I completed 2 Diamond Art Club, 2 Diamond Art Studio, and then some of my other ones. So I do need to kind of get a wriggle on. But let's have a look. Let's go for the big one. Let's scoot those over there. What's the biggest one that I have? Oh, this one is the Lazy Sloth. It's a 60 by 55. The box is actually quite a bit bigger than the painting. Oh, I don't know why I've kept the washi tape in there. I normally take that out as well. This one is a round painting, but this was one of their, it was a fairly recent unboxing I did on this one. It's not been in my stash too long, not in comparison to some of the others. But this is Lazy Sloth in round with 69 colours and 7 ABs by the looks of it. He's having a chillin'. He's not quite a hanging sloth, he's a chilling sloth. So that's the first Carrot Art in his big box. Number 2. This one is, again, I've obviously thrown the washi back in. I'll take that out while I'm here. This one is Sun and Moon. This one, I think Megan is going to be doing this one. I can't remember if I actually put this one in my stash. I still have the picture here, but I may well have taken a picture off the website. So I can't remember if this is mine or Megan's, or if we do have a couple of paintings, especially with the Diamond Art Club, that are either mine or hers, but it sort of depends on who gets to them first. So if the decision wheel chooses it for me, then I will be doing them. But if Megan finishes one and chooses herself to do it first, then she'll be doing it. We're not precious in that way. So yeah, this is one of them, Sun and Moon. May end up being done by Megan. It depends. She's still working through her current one. I think her painting's completed in 2022 in low single digits in total, but she's a busy gal. Then number 3, I'm actually not sure what this one is until we see it. Oh, this one is Vivian Fox. I've still got the toolkit in this one. I'm having a proper tidy up while I'm here. So this one is Vivian Fox. This is actually the first one that I ever unboxed from them. It has 68 colours. They do have a lot of colours, but that is that image. Again, it is a picture with sort of a person in it. I don't gravitate to them often, but there are the odd painting that just grab me, and this was one of them. So we have this one. You're in for the ride. We have a few more to go. It will be easier when I get to my flat ones because I don't have to take them out of boxes. Then we have a mini one from Carrot Art. When I say mini, it's 30 by 35, but it is quite small. Well, it still looks flipping big actually. But it is smaller compared to many of the others. It still has 51 colours. This one is the camera, and this one is in a round. This is the only painting that I have in boxes that I think might fit on my shelf. Though, to be honest, because it's the same company as other ones, it's probably best just to go back on the wardrobe. That's a job for later today. And then last but by no means least, from Carrot Art, we have this gorgeous one, Santorian. So this again was one of my earlier ones. This is when we had an inventory sheet but not the stickers. We now get stickers, whereas the Vivian Fox I don't think had either in it. This one has 55 colours, 5 of them being ABs, and this one is in square. So that is also one of their paintings in my stash. So I will be kitting up a Carrot Art this for showing as a video this week. I think it's this week, might be next week. Not quite sure on the schedule when it is. So yeah, by all means, have a little comment below at which one you think you would like to see me do, and then see if you're right by the time it's done. And then, boxes wise, last but by no means least, I have Dreamer Design ones that I haven't yet unboxed. So you will get to see that as well, and that will be another company that I add to my wardrobe. But for Diamond Art Club, this one's falling out the bottom of the box. I have 6. Now, say some of these are both mine and Megan's, but all the Diamond Art Club I tend to have tend to be loads bigger. So we'll start with the one that wants to escape from the box already. This is one that is both mine and Megan's, so whoever gets to it first. This one is the Polar Express. Oh, look at it though. I never get my diamonds back in the bag. This one is a square. It has 56 different colours, and by the looks of it, it has 3 ABs in it as well. I forget that Diamond Art Club do their ABs different. So, Night on the Polar Express is a me or Megan, depending on who gets to it first. So if you'd like to see this one done, get your thoughts all directed to my decision wheel for it to choose this painting. And if it chooses it, then I will be the one doing it. So that is stash number 1. Megan and I placed an order for a few. A couple that were each of ours, and a couple that were whoever got to them first. This one is one that's mine to do when I fancy. This one, now I love the fact the canvas doesn't look right on this one, and it doesn't help if my camera doesn't focus. Come on, camera. It's not liking all this white I keep putting in its face. I'm trying to get it to focus on the box. There we go. This one is called Protege. It is a round, but I do like the way this canvas looks. So the black looks really harsh. It looks like black, which it should do. But actually, a lot of the darker colours that go in with it have the white with the symbol on it. So they look really light. And actually, once you place a diamond, they're not. So even though this canvas is not very good at showing you what the picture will look like, I think it's absolutely amazing in the fact that it will be such a transformation when it gets done. So that's what the picture should look like. So of course all of these, which are really dark browns or dark reds, once the diamonds are in place, will look like they should. So yeah, this one's going to be a fun canvas to do. It's round and it has 60 colours, and it has 4 ABs. Takes me a minute with Diamond Art Club to work out how many ABs. So that one is a 56 by 66. Forgot to mention the size, but say there is unboxings on all of these where I have a proper look at the diamonds. I like to have a look where the AB diamonds go and things like that. Right, this is probably the oldest Diamond Art Club in my stash, this one, I think. Yeah, I think all the rest are more recent. And this one is the People's Princess, or Diana. It has 27 colours. It is a round. It actually has some sort of special circle ones that are these bigger pearls, which occasionally they throw in there. I've obviously pinched the picture, but we do have those special ones and 1 AB as well. And say it is in round. It is size wise, it is 46 by 66 centimetres. So that's the oldest Diamond Art Club in my stash. I think my decision wheel seemed to have pretty much picked a few, with me having done Minions and Mother Earth last year. We completed both of those. I think that sort of took out most of my Diamond Art Club stash. Not Megan's though, just mine. I think Megan might have more Diamond Art Club in her stash than me. Then we have the second one. This is either mine or Megan's, depending on who gets to it first. But this one is Into Wonderland. It is 51 by 71 and it's a square. It does have 2 ABs as well. So this one will be done by me or Megan. We both like the image. So therefore it just became an either or. Got to keep things fair when we put that order in from Diamond Art Club. Love those eyes. Okay, so that is that number 4? Yeah, that's Diamond Art Club number 4 in my stash. Trying to get the box shut. Then we have another Alice painting. However, this one is Alice Lost, and this one's by Hannah Lynn. So it's the same artist that did Mother Earth. And when we went shopping, I actually went looking under artist because I adored the colours in Mother Earth. I wanted to do another one by her, just purely because the colours just tend to be amazing. This is a really big one. So we've got the rabbit at the top, then we get to Alice, we've got the cat, we've got the clock, all the way down to here and my disorganised diamonds. It is 70 centimetres by 89 centimetres, and this one I do have in a square. So it'll be interesting to see. I haven't done a Diamond Art Club square, I don't think, for a while. First one I ever did was a disappointment, but I've heard things are better. So I'm holding out hope that these are nice diamonds, but the image is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then last, but by no means least, this is the most recently added to my stash Diamond Art Club. It was actually shortly after Megan and I ordered 6 paintings, of which some of them were hers, some were mine, and some were both. I saw this painting come up on my email, you know, the Saturday afternoon for us UK peeps email that comes through, and I had to have it. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I think I actually ordered it on its own because we'd only just placed an order, and this just grabbed me. This one is Still Waiting. It's another big one. It is 98 by 65. Which way up are we going? Are we going that way? I think we're going that way. I should just look at the key, shouldn't I? But look at that. Oh, absolutely beautiful. It is a square. It's got 64 colours and it's got 5 AB diamonds. So again, I do have an unboxing on this if you want to see where all the ABs etc are. It has loads of diamonds. I've obviously struggled to get this one all wrapped up, and there's no way it can go back into the original packaging. My point is just to try and get all the diamonds and get it in the box. That's my main thing. So yeah, they are the large paintings currently in my stash, which will probably do me for a good few years. Though I did complete more large paintings last year than I did the year before. If you saw that video, I did go through what I completed in 2022. Yeah, I have more than I can complete, but all the large paintings that I have in my stash I love, and we shall see what 2023 brings in kitting them up. In addition to my large paintings, I also have smaller paintings. These are hung up on trouser hangers. A lot easier to get out and move about, as you can see. I have them grouped by square and by round. So to go through these, I have this one from Kate Eard. This is a square rhinestone painting. It's a 40 by 30 and it has 30 different rhinestone colours, but it's all rhinestone. So it'll be interesting when that one gets picked out. I have a mystery painting from Fancells, which I think you can sort of tell some of what it has on it. It's 21 different colours, and this one is also, of course, square. It's a 30 by 30. This one's been in my stash for a while. There was a raccoon as well that I've actually already done. But this is Fox, 30 by 40. He's been sat there for a bit. And this one's also been there for a bit. This is from Windsor Diamond Art, who I don't even think are around anymore. This is probably, it's not my last one, but it's one of my last paintings that I actually have with double-sided tape. I much prefer poured glue. I tend to gravitate towards, if I'm going to buy any paintings, I tend to gravitate towards those that come with poured glue. But this one is double-sided tape. But that's the image. It's called Love in Lockdown. It is a 30 by 50, but because it's double-sided tape, I didn't want to, because I'd already peeled back the cover to, of course, showcase it when I unboxed it. I didn't want to try and wrap it back up again. So that is Love in Lockdown. There's going to be a lot of white with that one. There is a few rivers up here at the top, but hopefully I'll be able to just slice through them with a craft knife when it comes to it, and they'll be a-okay to deal with. So I have 4 small paintings in my stash. This last year, if you watch that video, you will have seen I didn't get anywhere near as many 30 by 40s done as I normally do, or as I did the year before. So I have been very conscious and cautious as to how many I actually keep from unboxings I do, because I've just not been getting through them. I tend to err on the side of not keeping hold of too many, because it's bad enough keeping control of my large paintings. But I actually did I do more large paintings last year than I did small? So I want to keep the ratios right. Having said that, I do have a lot more in round. I do gravitate, a lot of them are only available in rounds. Some companies that will offer rounds or square. I do often, I often try and mix it up in relation to what I'm doing, but I do enjoy doing rounds. Well, I enjoy doing both. I know some people prefer one or the other. I tend to have really enjoyed doing rounds this year. Yeah, the few round paintings that I've done, I've thoroughly enjoyed, and I like mixing it up. So because a lot of my large paintings are in square, you know, there's a good chunk of them that are in square, it's nice to have my 30 by 40 be a round, and then I get to change things up. So I have Elegant Lady by Kudiels, which is a 30 by 40. I have Shining Beauty. This one was from Outdoor Tide, but I love the way it looks like she has sparkle on her face, even though they're all DMC colours that bring that to life. This is Stained Glass Flowers by Kudiels. I actually have a label telling me when the video was scheduled, and that was to make sure that I put it in my logbook at the right time. But it's in my logbook. I have the gorgeous Fox by Fancells. That's beautiful with the flowers around him. I have the letter R from DIY Digital Art. Do you want to do this one for me, Jackie? I know Jackie has done about 4 or 5 of these for her grandchildren. So yeah, I have my letter R. It's still in my stash to do. Gorgeous vase of blue flowers. I do like blue, and I love how detailed this painting looks, even though it's smaller than 30 by 30, because 30 by 30 is the full borders. So this one is from Everyday E Crafts. Then I have Meadow from Up to DIY. Just the ones that grab me, and they're very varied, I think. I mean, maybe you don't think they are, but I think they're quite varied, my 30 by 40s and smaller. I have Coffee. This one is again from Coodials, because who loves a good copper? This has been in my stash for a while. So this one is Pear by Fancells. I actually thought it was going to land on this one. I think the last time my decision wheel went, and I was like, oh, it's been in my stash a while, and then it clicked past it. So we have that. Another one from Coodials. This one is a Welcome Home with some cotton balls. Love that one as decor. See, this one to me is fun to do because of the bright colours. This one is fun for decor when it's finished. For me, anyway. That's a 40 by 30. I then was gifted this raccoon in flowers by a subscriber, but I think he's adorable. He's a bit like the fox I have in my big rolled up painting that's poking through a load of leaves. This is a raccoon poking through flowers. Don't want to meet a raccoon in person, but it looks cute on a painting. Then I have the good old, seen in many places, Purple Tiger from Fancells. This has also been in my stash for a while, and it's probably the colour and stuff that means I can't wait to do this one. The other half of my Swan and Deer. So this was a two-parter. We had the deer and the swan. My decision wheel actually chose the deer a couple of years ago. Or maybe it was 2021, maybe it was further back than that. But because it was sort of a two-part canvas and it did have the key on each side, I decided to treat them as two separate. So I actually have the diamonds kitted up for this one. Whenever my decision wheel may choose this one, or if I ever need an emergency painting, I actually have the diamonds on my shelf kitted up with the extras in a bag for this one. So if I'm ever really short, I can grab it. Otherwise, I'm waiting to see if the decision wheel chooses it. One of my favourite fox images. This is Mama and Baby Fox from FG Normal. This one is a 30 by 40. Again, we do have a lot of white in the background, but I am quite happy to colour block, especially when we then get quite a bit of confetti when we get to the image. I can just switch off and block my life away. Oh, then I have a sticker sheet with diamonds. It's actually for this one. This will have been from a tips and tricks video. Of how to do your own sticker labels. So they actually belong with that. So that's another nearly done when I get to kit up. And this masking tape being on here is also another tips and tricks video, so that you can divide up your canvas if you prefer to just use the clear cover. This is how some people do it. I am going to take this off just so that we can see the full image. And I always remove these clear cover sheets. These come straight off for me, and cover paper goes on. However, I prefer them to come with these because that means they're poured glue. So this one is Sleeping Fox. This one is also from FG Normal. Gorgeous. Similar lines of the Mama and Baby Fox. I just think they're both beautiful. Different colouring, but both beautiful. And then we have Love You a Latte. This one is from Dear Get. This is the only other one I have that is double-sided. And again, this one's being flat for that reason. It's a 40 by 30. And this one is I Love You a Latte. And yeah, this one has 36 different colours, and of course it will be a round painting. But that's my only other double-sided tape one. So there we go. That is the paintings that I have in my stash, what I actually should have done, okay, I don't think that washi tape is going to stand it. I was going to use that washi tape to stick this. In fact, I've got Katie Art stuff. What I want to do is just stick this sticker sheet, and I'm making sure I'm avoiding the stickers, but I just want to stick it to the front of the painting so that I don't forget, because if it's tucked up on the hanger before or after, it might, if I just, you know, pull the painting out of a stack, I might miss them, and it'd be a shame to miss what is in effect done for me. So yeah, these are all stored on my hangers. I'm going to pull out my 30 by 30s to pop them on the top, because quite often I do just get lazy and put whichever one is the most recent on the top, and then I just flip through the hanger and pull out whichever one I need, which is why I've stuck that sticker sheet, because what I'll normally do is I'll flip through here, and if it's this one I'll need, I will just loosen up the hanger a bit and just pull so that it comes out. So I'm actually going to make sure that they are on there enough. So yeah, that is my diamond painting stash. I do have a few specials actually. Let me see if I can get hold of them without, I think I can get them down without a stool. I just can't get them up. Yeah, I can, I'm just making a mess. So these are my special diamond paintings. They are tucked behind my lights that I use for filming up on the wall. I tend to get these down, say if I've finished a large painting and a smaller painting, or sometimes if I'm just in the mood for something a little bit different. But quite often these only come out when I have no large painting or small painting kitted up and I'm not quite yet ready or have time to do the video. I will do some special diamond paintings or maybe some off the canvas paintings just in between. So the ones I have in my stash at the moment, these are quite low. I try to keep them quite low, but quite often when I get one out, I do about 3. So I have from Kudios, I have the letter R. Love this one. This is a little bird tree from Fancels. Absolutely gorgeous. This one is also from Fancels. This one is Perfume and Flowers. And they're all partials, they're all special drills. Some, of course, have more diamonds than others. So this one's quite full on. This one's also from Fancels. This one is Peacock. But there's quite a lot of diamonds on this one. So if I want something that might last me a day or two, then I might go for the likes of this one over, you know, one of these with less diamonds to do. I can judge it by time. And then from New Homey, this must have been in my stash for a while as well, I have Dragonfly. So you just do the dragonfly, the flower and the stems to the flower. The rest of the background doesn't have any glue on it. I'm going to keep that little Tweety bird on the top because I think he's gorgeous. So yeah, they are my 5 special diamond paintings in my stash. I think I may have like a couple of off the canvas things, but not a huge amount. What I tend to do if I really want to do an off the canvas is I tend to pick something that I've unboxed recently before it ends up going in a mystery bag or being given away to somebody. I tend to grab one out of there if I'm in the mood for it. Otherwise, I mainly like doing the big diamond paintings, but I think it's very handy, especially for me. For me personally, I love to have a few of the special diamond paintings on the go. They can help in an emergency as well. You know, maybe you're going somewhere. I work on special diamond paintings by number, so I could just grab the diamonds, grab my little pencil case holding my tray and pen and stuff and just go. take it with me, whatever's going on. You know, if you all of a sudden go on a holiday and think, oh, I didn't get a diamond painting ready, you can just grab them, or it can just be a fun project when you fancy a change. So I like to keep a few on hand. But yeah, that is my current stash. Thank you so much for joining me, especially if you have made it to the end. It was probably an easier way to do that, i.e. going through my logbook, but I thought it was about time that we actually looked at some of those canvases, albeit not as well as when they were unboxed, but you can always have a look at the unboxing videos to see them in their full glory, if any of them do spark your interest. But now, at this current date, as you're watching this, you all know where my stash is up to. Say there is more coming, but I will be kitting up one of these carrot art paintings for a video coming very soon. And yeah, we shall see what 2023 brings and whether my stash goes down, up, or somewhere in between. I have more than some people, I have less than others. You know what is a happy medium for your stash. To be honest, this stash is a little bit too big for what I like personally. I prefer, you know, for things that I have coming in to be done a bit quicker than some of these have been. However, it is the journey that's life has taken me over the last couple of years, and I don't particularly want to get rid of any of the images that I do have. So for now, they're staying with me, and we shall see what the year brings. But thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.